Most of the time, directing is the act of staying ahead of everything by just a few seconds, and then letting everyone know where you're going. This applies both to directors and to cameras. One way to stay ahead of things is to give assignments. If I have two cameras in a room, I know I'm almost always going to set camera 1 as my main hero shot. Essentially, this is whoever has the mic and is speaking. And 2 is going to be my cutaway or color shot. Basically anything but the tight shot of who's speaking. This could be an ultra wide of the whole room, a 2 shot of a conversation where both people are talking at the same time, or a single close-up of the other person to see their response. If I have more cameras, I might assign camera 3 to keys and singers, 4 to drums and guitars, and 5 as an unmanned wide shot, for example. Somewhat counterintuitively, the more cameras you have, the more specific assignments often become. Going back to the example of 2 cameras, if I only have 2 cameras, they're both going to be working really hard to cover a whole band. Whereas if I have 5 cameras, I can assign out jobs and quickly cut between what I know I'm likely going to have on each camera and source. If everyone knows their assignment, then it becomes really easy for everyone to know what to do. For example, with 2 cameras, at the beginning and end of a segment, I'll want to show a wider shot on camera 2 to establish where we are and what's happening. Then I'll cut to that medium or tight hero shot on 1 to identify who's speaking. From there, I'll reframe 2 to be a head to toe of the speaker and cut back and forth as needed while the person is speaking. At the very end, I'll likely use 2 as my transition out to a final wide shot. This also saves me from the problem of having the same coverage on both cameras. If 1 is on the tight shot, then camera 2 knows I already have that shot and doesn't need to try to sell me the same thing. The point of multiple cameras is that the crew can work ahead to be ready for the next shot without having to awkwardly reframe anything live. And a good team can make that transition happen seamlessly nearly every time.